Welcome to another episode of The Brand Called You, a podcast and video show which brings you leadership lessons, knowledge, and experience from hundreds of successful individuals from around the world. I'm your host, Frits Buttermaker, and today I'm pleased to have with us Dato Dr. SEAH. Shay, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Frits.
Yes. Shay, allow me to briefly introduce you to our audience. You've been the founder of a number of successful tech companies over 30 years. You're the executive chair of Angkasa, executive director of Asia Fin Holdings, chairman of the WITSA, chairman of Space Tech Malaysia. And you started your career in Silicon Valley, where you graduated Masters in Computer Science in California.
Yes.
So I'd like to, and you're based out of Malaysia, out of KL?
Yes, I'm based on KL.
Okay.
Kuala Lumpur, yeah.
Yes.
But my R&D is in Penang. Yeah,
nice.
another state, yeah.
Oh, very good place to be. Good food to eat there. But let me get back to the main topic. We're going to talk about your work on your vision on the impact of digital on society and specifically what it could bring to Malaysia. But first we do that, how did you get there? You, as a Malaysian, how did you end up getting a master in computer science in the States? How did that happen?
Well, I started my undergraduate studies, back in 1989, and after finished my senior college in Malaysia, so I studied my undergraduate as a computer engineer in California State University, Chico. Okay, that was 89. Okay, so again, after finished, it's one of the earliest schools in the U.S. in the California State too, actually offer computer engineering. So back in the early days, I thought those are the days when the computer just become popular. The general computer become popular. So I decided, the best place to be is in computer engineering, and the best place to be is in California. So after finishing my graduate, I thought, now I know a bit about hardware, but really what is power the technology is the software. So immediately after the graduations in the undergraduate of computer engineering, I decided to embark into computer science, which is the hardware and software combined, and finished my master in computer science, graduated in 1993, and I spent a few years working in Silicon Valley, working for, so again, it is an aspiration to learn the technology, computing technology from the U.S. It is an action that I actually went to the extent to apply to be accepted by the California State University, CSU, to get my degree, and quickly I finished my undergraduate and master degree.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Good vision. Did your parents, how did your parents react that you moved to the States and stayed there?
I was 20 years old, so of course a lot of reluctance. You're underage. You're flying so far away. It took me like a day and a half, 2 days, to fly from Kuala Lumpur to San Francisco and Chico. So again, it was a courageous experience, I thought. As a 20-year-old teenage. But our parents give me all the blessing, go learn what you need to learn, go out, explore and don't forget that was the late 90s. With their blessing and their financial support, I achieved what I achieved today. So one led to another. From a small country in Malaysia, learning how to do computing, and I joined a company like Sun Microsystems, Netscape, and later I started my own company. I've listed 2 companies in various capital market in Asia. So again, a lot of things done, without really planning. It's just, I think, it all fall into places, and I'm happy where I am today. Founded another space technology company, and we'll get into a bit more on how and why I did that. It is based on my own conviction. A lot of company that I founded by myself is based on my own convictions. I thought the market need this, and therefore I built the business. So again, I have Angkasa X built because we thought the Asia world needs to have a satellite constellation. Okay, without this, okay, we are in the blind, especially using satellite to service the poor population in the rural area. So it is a conviction that I thought, okay, we should strive forward to deliver this technology for the betterment of mankind.
To what extent is it next to conviction also a vision? Because question related to that, did you have a vision, or did you foresee that we could be doing what we're doing right now, that we are on other parts of the world and you're just driving in your car and we can still have this conversation?
I think it is vision, conviction, and the courage. Okay, again, starting a company like Angkasa X, which is a space company, requires a lot of personal funding.
Yeah.
Okay, again, my exposure with WITSA also taught me technology for betterment of mankind, and also give me the global perspective. Okay, even though I'm staying here, but really I'm connected to the world. Okay, through my own network, to the WITSA network, which you are aware of. So I can talk to my counterpart in Brazil, a phone call away. Robert is there. I can talk to you in Europe. I can talk to somebody in the Middle East. It is that network that I have built along the year. Okay, and with that, okay, there's a lot of courage and a lot of money that needs to spend. Yeah. Again, I think the combination of that, and that's why I'm where I'm doing right now. Okay, and I just want to add another point. Okay, the vision that we built this satellite company is from scratch. Year 2020 was where the pandemic started. 2021 is where the pandemic seriously hit all the countries in the world, especially the poor country in Southeast Asia, which you all basically need to stay home. You're not traveling anywhere, no education, everything, the world stopped. So again, at that point, our realization is if you are fortunate, you can still dial up into the internet to get education. But if you are not, if you do not have access to internet, your world just stopped. Okay, and again, we look around. What will be a technology that can bring social inclusion, technological social inclusion to the people who are less fortunate?
Yes.
You're living in the rural area, you're living in the mountains, you're living in the island. It's not by your choice. You are born into that family. So you may be a bit unlucky, but again, how do we actually bring social inclusion by using technology, enable the development, the economy development in this region? And that's why we started our satellite company, not only to provide internet, but to provide remote sensing application as well.
Jean, thank you for sharing that, because I think you've already answered a question I had when I've talked to several people who work in space and space environment, and their primary motivation is they're fascinated by space itself and want to get as close as possible to that. And what I'm hearing you is space is just a new way to provide a much needed infrastructure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I am not fancy on technology, just technology itself. Okay. I didn't get much into AI. I didn't get much into blockchain. I think it has to be technology that can bring a vast value for the general public. Okay. Again, I mean, of course, because my background as a computer engineer, I always see satellites as a box.
Yes.
It's not a holy grail. It's a box. It's a CPU-based software RAM CPU box. Okay, powered by software, maybe robotic arms. Okay, maybe some solar panel. That's all. It is not. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Okay, you just build a satellite box. It could be 6U, 12U. Okay, in my jargon, it's basically a stack of CPU.
Yes.
Okay, but to move this CPU into the space, you need to harden the OS. You need to have a different structure to the design. It just, I used to work for a company like Sun Microsystems. We have hardened OS or even server that can operate in a very bad environment. So if you have my exposure, I do not think satellite is I can't do it. It's something that beyond my reach. It is just a technology. Okay, and coupled with my graduate, my years in the US, both for people like Netscape and Sun Microsystem, I know it can be done. It just, do we have enough vision, conviction, and money to move the first step? The first step is to get people to believe it's doable.
That's my question, because as you trained as a master in computer science, and I confess I have a more or less similar degree, not really get trained and educated in management, in communication skills. So having the conviction that it was possible, how did you build up the expertise to be able to convince the people around you that we need to invest in this technology and the solution?
Very good question. Okay, I think every establishment, every business starts with one or two founders. Okay, these are the people who has a strong conviction. Okay, and then we look around and find who are the people can help us to contribute to build that conviction. So we started in year 2021, 2 of us, become 5 of us, become 7 of us, become 20 of us. So we go out and find the right people to actually put together in a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, but how do you get them to why do they listen to you? Why do they want to come?
Share the conviction with them. Okay, talk to them. It's doable. It's not rocket science. Okay, you just have to put it in there. Okay, bear in mind, in year 2021, Elon Musk is not the Elon Musk today. You know, he started his journey as a Starlink in 2014, 2016. But Malaysia started our satellite journey back in year 2000. So in fact, just for the wide audience, okay, the talent that we have recruited over the years are the people actually launched satellites way before Elon Musk launched his Starlink. Back in 2009, okay, we launched Razak-Sat. Razak-Sat was the first satellite that developed by Malaysians under the funding of Malaysia government. Okay, and we completed the R&D assembly AIT in 2020, 2006, 2007. Elon Musk flew to Malaysia. I want to launch your Razak-Sat. Because Elon Musk had Falcon 1, but the Falcon 1, during 2006, 2007, he had 3 trial launch, all ended with explosions. So he came to Malaysia. I want to launch your satellite. Okay, you just have to pay me whatever the amount is. I'm not going to review the amount. By 2009, Elon Musk Falcon 1 successfully launched Razak-Sat into the equatorial belt in June 2009. You can check the internet. Yeah. So again, the early success that Malaysia has, we have developed the talent, certain talent. Okay, we know how to go to ITU to get the orbit. We know how to design a 6U CubeSat. We know what are the components, what are the software, what are the hardware. So that gives us the not only the conviction, the courage to try something that nobody has embarked, because we have people in Malaysia. So again, it is a bit of luck and there, but again, once we get the team together, we share with them the conviction. So we used to use the word rekindle the Malaysia space dream, because we had the space dream back in 2009, 2010. Okay, but the dream disappeared because of the change of government. So by 2021, we told the whole Malaysians, we rekindle the Malaysia space dream. So people join us.
Yeah.
So we are where we are right now. We built our first launch satellite in 2003 after the incorporation of company. We built one, we launched. Now we secure a few hundred satellite orbits. We have a constellation. We're looking with partners to build a constellation. We call it the Space Network.
Nice. You already earlier in our talk, you mentioned WITSA. Could you maybe explain to the audience a little bit what WITSA is?
WITSA stands for the World Innovation Technology and Services Alliance. It's a global alliances association that comprises of 80 countries and economies. Okay, again, these country economies, our members are the leading tech associations or ICT association in these countries. So imagine, 80 of these countries, okay, come together. We share our vision to use technology to build what is the betterment of humankind. How is AI is going to drive the next 10, 15 years? Okay, we've been around for the last 48 years, I think. Okay, it has been around. So we have our hallmark event, which we call WICT, the World Congress Innovation Technology. Okay, we have been doing that for 27, 28 times, basically to bring the world together into a country, a city, to share what technology, okay, will lead to the next human technology development. So we have been doing that for many years. Right now, I'm the chairman, okay, and I'm sure you were the director as well. So again, we are still going out there, okay, advocating AI for good. Okay, AI is the most advanced technology, most appealing technology, or most dangerous technology, whatever we call it, yeah, in the next 1 or 2 decades. Okay, I mean, people thinking about how do we better manage AI at this point of time, okay, to avoid a lot of bad things could happen to us, to human civilization. So it is a WITSA's vision, okay, through the working with not only our members, the 80 country members association, also working with the rest of the tech agency, okay, and one of our members in the US, okay, is CTA. Every year they organize the CES event in Vegas. So through this kind of networking, okay, we are actually expressing the vision. The good things about technology is it has to be resilient, it has to be safe, it has to be good for human beings. Okay, so again, a bit of what we do. Okay, yeah, thanks.
I see that what you're doing with your own organization, with the WITSA, it is very much aligned. It's putting technology to good use and bring that to mankind, promoting inclusion. Now, I was wondering, because I have a couple, more than enough questions for you, Shoy. Okay, first of all, in your dealings with industry associations, with governments, with NGOs, what's your view? How do you navigate those different stakeholders to come together?
Yeah, I mean, another very good question. Government is always looking for new ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they say they're looking for, just look at Malaysia or other government, okay, they're looking for new ideas. When they hear a new idea, a blockchain, yeah, then you will hear all this excitement from the agency. They want to adopt this or want to adopt that. Again, the recent excitement is all AI. But AI has many facets and many areas of development. Is there AI infrastructure, AI standards? So again, a lot of ideas are flowing into the market from the government. Really, it is our job, okay, to educate, to work with the government, to prioritize, okay, and most importantly, okay, where are the needs? Government like to build things without really looking into whether there's a business for it. Yeah. We want to build the largest data center GPU in Malaysia. But the next question is, who are your customers?
Yes.
Who's going to pay for it? Okay, again, among the nations, I mean, as a chairman of WITSA, we are very aware, among the nations, they compete as well. Compete for FDI, foreign direct investment, compete of technology, NVIDIA coming to my country, Tesla coming to your country. The investors, the investment, the technology, they are among the country, among the states, they compete. So again, this competition sometimes is healthy, okay? In our job is to actually work with the government, for the agency to find out whether it is good for you or whether it's not good for you to bring Tesla into Malaysia. Why do you want to bring a super factory to build cars in Malaysia? Okay, and why do we want to build now a 1.5 gigawatts of GPU data center in Malaysia? Who are the people using this? So again, the government create policy. The policy not necessarily actually benefit to the industry. Yeah. They just think, I want this brand NVIDIA to come to Malaysia. It is our job, the industry association, to work with them to provide the proper consultation and to provide the return of the investment. Is that going to be a white elephant that you build?
Yeah.
You're building an 800 kilogram AIT facility. Who is going to build the next satellite, 800 kilogram? Everybody is building a 20 kilogram. So again, I strongly believe the private partnership, okay, not only coming in the angle of putting the money, but is to set the direction of the market, the adoption, and also most importantly, work together to build the ecosystem together.
Yeah, fully understand that. In that sense, leads me to a couple of other questions I have here, Sean. Where do you draw your inspiration from? What motivates you?
Meditations, read a lot, okay, and talk to people. Sometimes it's weird, okay, because I'm 59. Okay, when you reach certain age, the knowledge and then the experience that you have accumulated all these years, okay, you just need to see one new idea. Like I said, we see an idea, a technology, social inclusion using satellite. That was about 4 years ago, and we went on to get a constellations. And because to get a constellation of 500 satellites orbit, we need to launch 500 satellites. Each satellite costs $1 million to $3 million. So it's $1 billion investment. Somehow we gotten away with a concept called satellite as a service, an asset light. A simple example, you're running a cloud. Okay, Amazon Cloud have 1,000 customers. Okay, you have the delivery channel to deliver software as a service to all these enterprises. Are you actually investing on the server? Okay, there will be server company come to you and say, can I work with you on the leasing of, I can lease my server to you so we can do revenue sharing. So again, a lot of business model over the years, from buying a rack of server to store into a data center, now to a cloud. The transformation of hosting to data center to cloud in the last 10, 15 years. The entire transformation. So the point is, satellite actually go faster because 2 years ago you buy and launch a satellite. As we think, we see forward. Actually, whoever can service a customer, own the orbit, and find a partner to launch on a satellite. So again, all this basically, as I say, I've been in the industry long enough, from Netscape to Sun Microsystem to my own entrepreneurship. I've listed a couple companies. So when I see a new idea, I think about it, I meditate. The idea just came, I think the right way to do it is to look into what has happened in the past. Yeah. Okay, you do not need to reinvent. It's just when we go out there to tell people you should invest in this industry, it's about sharing the past experience. Okay, we say technology is the only way. It's the only way to develop economy. Okay, I'm telling people in 1938, when Saudi was still poor, dust and desert, there's no technology. But 1938, the California Oil Company bought the technology into Saudi. They drilled the ground. They found out the first well. Okay, they refined the oil. The rest is history. The richest country in the world, one of them is Saudi. When the technology meets with the natural resources, it would develop the nation. How can we use the next technology, whether it's AI, satellite, okay, to develop the rest of the poor country? So I think that is what our challenges is. How do we see a technology, put it into a combination of application, we can help the country to develop the economy?
It's reminds me of big, hairy, audacious goals. Basically, I'm seeing you're not afraid of those.
A bad thing. So I'm not too afraid of that. I mean, like I say, I'm a deep believer. Life is about experience.
Good.
Success is an experience. Failure is experience. Rejection is experience. Okay. And again, maybe for me, it is. I've been through a lot. Okay. This is I've listed 4 companies. This is my 5th. I've been to up and down, failure in investment, succeed in investment. For me, it is how do we build the next legacy? That this platform, the space network, I call it the ASEAN link, okay, that actually cover a 28-degree inclination on the equatorial belt. How do we use this so-called space network to provide, to develop AI economy and to develop digital economy for this country, 80 countries on this belt, how to use technology to develop and harness their natural resources.
Got that. Hey, two more questions, Sean, if I may. First of all, as mentioned, you started a number of enterprises. As a manager, as an executive, how do you coach and advise young managers starting their own journey?
My advice is dare to dream, dare to think big, okay? Because the foundation of a business is how you start, how the foundation, okay? So you cannot think I want to sell hawker store, okay? I mean, very unlikely the hawker store investor will become a supermarket investor, okay? Again, I think the foundation is really dare to think, okay? Why don't you start thinking I want to build a franchise? Okay, and then you start thinking what to put the franchise together. So my first lesson is dare to think big. Second thing is never give up. Because every businesses, every venture, everything that you do, even if you date a girlfriend, okay, you are running into failure. You never know. But if you give up too easily, the day you give up is certified gone. Because, yeah, I mean, I've seen entrepreneurs come in and out, okay, make a new mistake, give out, went back to employment, come back out again. This cycle, okay, you just have to be persistent. The third thing is, I think always seek for ideas, ask for opinions. I go around the world, I ask people, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Because again, the sharing of idea is not about secret. I can't tell you. But the sharing of idea actually create more new ideas. Okay, so my suggestion is dare to think big. Okay, really do not give up easily. I mean, if I were to say, do not give up at all. Okay, and learn from others.
Great advice, Sean. Two more small questions. First of all, the Dato in front of your name, completely off topic maybe, but what does that mean?
Okay, Dato is a conferment, okay, from a sultan, okay, which is the local king in one of the states, in Malaysia. Okay, it is equivalent to what in the UK called sir.
Oh, nice.
So in the US and the UK, okay, you are ordained, become knight and sir. Okay, same thing. Okay, it just it's been localized. We don't give away sir. We give away Dato, okay, DATO. So it's a recognition for us, okay. I have been contributing to the state of Penang. I've been contributing to build the satellite ecosystem. I organized the WITSA in Penang. So in recognition of that, okay, the state of Penang confirmed me as the Datoship of the state.
Congratulations with that.
Thank you. That was a few years ago. So thank you.
Last question then. How do you want the world to remember you? What's going to be your legacy?
I mean, coincidentally, I was just talking to somebody this morning. I mean, just an hour ago. Okay, and what am I building right now? Okay, this entrepreneurship I had. Okay, my DBA, doctorate in business administration, is about entrepreneurship. Okay, is that born with it? Is that by train? So I just want to be remembered. Okay, this Dr. Sean. Okay, for the courage to build something that a Malaysian company not supposed to build a space satellite company. For this courage, okay, as conviction, actually, if I fail, we celebrate more. Okay, because at least I dare to think. Okay, I have not give up. I'll continue. But if I succeed, okay, I would like to people to remind me that idea, okay, no matter how crazy the idea, a Malaysian company start from beginning to build satellite, become a constellation to serve the poor. Okay, I want people to remember, no matter how big or small the idea is, you just have to grow it. You need to groom it into something people can see. 5 years down the road, people will still see Angkasa, I hope. Okay, I can be very successful. I may not be very successful. Okay, but at least people remember. A person like Sean, Dr. Sean, started this. Okay, I don't know what is successful or not. Somebody started this. It's not easy. I can say to be remember to do something crazy enough in a place that's not ready for it.
Well, you are successful at the moment in achieving that, so well done there. So I'd like to thank you so much for being on the Brand Call You, sharing your life story and your insights. Dato, Dr. Sean Shea, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Okay, I am my honor, as I say, for sharing my story. But I'm looking forward to contribute more to the humankind. Thank you very much, Fred. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Brand Called You videocast and podcast, a platform that brings you knowledge, experience, and wisdom of hundreds of successful individuals from around the world. Do visit our website www.tbcy.in to watch and listen to the stories of many more individuals. You can also follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search for the Brand Called You.